I'm Scotty. I was born in Virginia, but my family lived in Weddington most of my life. We really loved it there, especially our horses. But then, when I was 10 years old, we lost my dad. Mom had to get a job, but it was really hard for a while. We eventually lost our home. The next year, when my sister Lauren finished school, she got married. She lives in Oklahoma now, and I miss her. My other sister, Kayla, got really depressed after our dad died. It's like she was in a whole nother world most of the time. Mom was so great then, but once I heard her tell a neighbor that sometimes she would just go to sleep, hoping she didn't wake up again. She told us that it was a time we really needed to stick together as a family. So we started going to church over in Charlotte a lot more. I think Mom was right. Church did make me feel better about things. Then, our minister, Pastor Jamie, retired. I still remember the day the new guy showed up. He was different from Pastor Jamie. They called him Dr. Reed Paolo. I think he had been at a big church up north. They said his wife had passed away and he needed a change, so he came to us. Dr. Paolo was nice to everybody. He was especially friendly to my family. He gave this big bear to Kayla, and he told us to just call him Reed. And he even came to my baseball games. Whenever he came around, I remember how he made Mom smile. I hadn't seen that in a long time. That summer, they got married, and we sort of felt like a family again. It was all good at first. Reed was always making jokes and taking us out. But a few months later, things started to change. First, Reed started finding things wrong with the way we dressed, even Mom. I couldn't understand how he could be so friendly at church, but by the time we got home, he was all stressed and yelling at the rest of us. And the temper. Once, when the dinner wasn't just the way he wanted it, he started smashing our plates on the floor. After that, I felt nervous when Reed was at home, and it wasn't just me. Nobody at our house smiled anymore. One night, Reed was complaining that he was tired of Kayla's moping around all the time. I know she heard him. The next week, she left home. Now, she's staying at Lauren's. I really miss them. When he first came, Reed would play catch with me. He even taught me how to pitch.
You're done?
It's not that hard. Try it.
Later, it seemed like I couldn't do anything right.
You know what? You don't even need to come to any more of my baseball games because I'm sick of you telling me what I'm doing wrong.
You ungrateful little punk. I've tried and worked with you to turn you into a man. And what are you, just a sniveling little boy?
You know what? You're supposed to be showing me what God's like, but if this is what God's like, he must be a monster.
Don't you ever touch me!
Mom!
He said he was sorry.
Get away from us!
But I don't think he meant it. One night, I heard Mom talking to Lauren. She said Reed was trying to control every move she made. He took away all of her bank cards, every cent she had. If she left the house, he would call her phone over and over, asking where she was. One time, he yelled at her really loud, and she cried. So he told her he missed his dead wife, and that she was a lot better than my mom.
Mom, we don't have to stay here. We can leave.
Scotty, I know, but I'm just scared. I don't think I can make it on my own.
You don't have to be scared. That's just what he keeps telling you.
But it's
The next day, Reed was arguing with Mom again.
I bought groceries. That's all I did.
Groceries? There's more than there in groceries. You know what? I've had enough of you.
I'm telling
I've
you.
had enough of you.
He shoved her, then he pushed her right out the door. I just couldn't take it anymore.
Why don't you just get out? Just get out!
When Mom came back in, I was just sitting in a corner, scared.
What happened, son?
I told her Reed had pulled a gun on me. Mom called the cops. The police told us that Reed would be released soon and that we may not be safe. They suggested we go to a place called Turning Point. I think leaving our home to come to a shelter was the hardest thing we ever did. But I was really proud of Mom for doing it. That night, Mom told everybody she felt like a failure. But the people at Turning Point told her she did the right thing. If she hadn't left, we might not be alive now. I told the counselors I felt bad about what happened. But they showed me the problem was Reed's, not mine, and not Mom's. It's been a year since we went there. When Mom called Lauren, she told her that Turning Point saved her life, and mine too. Reed's gone now. I think he moved back to where he came from. So Mom and I are on our own, but that's all right. Reed was wrong. My mom's not dumb. My mom's smart. We'll make it. And yesterday, I heard her say how she finally feels like a real person again.